Hey guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. How are you doing today? Oh my gosh, we're live here in Jacksonville, Florida. You're probably looking at this card going, who the hell is that? I'm just telling you. Well, this guy is David, Wakefield. He works for Prime Lending. And I have his buddy here, Tom, here, Betty. And I'm going to tell you what, we're live here because we're going to talk about, hey, what are we talking about? We're talking about real estate and we're helping people buy homes. And you got to have what they call a loan originator, a loan officer to walk you through that simple process to make sure that you can get that good deal. Okay, so here we go. Just wanted to say, hey, let me just turn this around. Now, I am in one of the greatest guys. I'm just telling you guys. And one of the reasons why I decided to do a video with this gentleman is because, listen, you need to have somebody in your corner that can help you when you get into real estate. Seriously, guys, you got to have people that'll give you everything they've got. And I'm going to tell you what, Dave Wakefield, he's the bomb, baby. He gave me everything and more. He's helping me close deals. He's opening my eyes to be able to help other people and just think outside the box. I'm just saying, thinking outside the box means that you're going to be able to help people because that's what we're all about, is helping people. Okay, when you buy a house, do you want to buy from somebody who's a jerk? I don't think so. Or do you want to buy from somebody who's got a nice little smiley face pin in, who works his butts off, but also has finance people in line to make sure that when the tough get to going, we got going and the deal gets done. That's the key to success. So what I'm going to do is have a great little interview today with my guy, whose name is what? David Wakefield. And who does he work for? Prime Lending. So here we go, guys. Let me turn this little dude around. How you doing today, Dave?
I'm good, man. And who wouldn't love an introduction like that, man? I feel like I should be up on stage somewhere. So we're gonna take this on the road, man. I appreciate that. So.
That's my dude right there. Okay. Say hey, how you doing today, Tom?
Hey guys.
All right, that's another loan originator. But the key to success, we're going to just have a little short interview with this gentleman because I'm going to tell you what, he made me feel so good when I came into the real estate business. So we're going to just ask him some simple questions, some questions that'll make you go, okay, that's what they do. All right. So what is our main thing is we just introduced, your name is David Wakefield. Is that correct?
David Wakefield. Now, if my mom heard you call me Dave or Davey, she'd get after you. So it's David all the way for me, man.
All right, mama's boy. Okay, just like me. Okay. Oh, man. Tom says he is too. Now, the key to success in this regard also is that, listen, guys, these guys are what they call loan officers, okay? And first I'm going to ask Dave a little bit about himself. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Dave. Who are you?
All right, David Wakefield, born in California. Some don't know that, but made the move here coast to coast, Florida, back in 1981. So I've been here the majority of my life. I actually lived about a mile from I-10, which is right there in Torrance, California, right there in Los Angeles, basically. And I lived about a mile from I-10 over here in Jacksonville for 22 years, basically. So that's me. Got in the mortgage business back in 1994. So I've done this for somewhere around 26 years. Helped out somewhere shy of 4,000 people obtain mortgages to buy houses and refinance houses and things like that.
Oh my gosh, you've been in the business as long as a lot of people have been alive. These young millennials that are coming out there that are buying houses today. I'm going to tell you what, it sounds wonderful. Hey, listen, one of the key things that I want to ask you is, what is a loan officer? What do you guys do, really? I know a lot of people say, well, I need somebody to help me with my finances, but people generally do not know what a loan officer is. Or what do you call yourself? A loan originator? What do you normally call yourself?
Well, first off, most of what we do is we just do some of this. Relax,
oh, crap. Did you see that?
We wait for the phone to ring, and occasionally we'll call people back.
Oh, crap. Look at these guys. They're funny. That's what they do all day long. No, seriously.
All right, sure. So a loan officer basically is someone who works with people such as Gary Lee Stanley here, who is your real estate guy.
There you go.
So a loan officer works with real estate agents. They work with past clients. They work with their sphere of influence. They work with builders, financial planners, CPAs, whoever the case is, to assist those people obtain mortgages. Now, if you're not paying cash, if you are paying cash, Gary would love to help you. But if you're not paying cash, he's going to refer you over to me. We'll have a great conversation, figure out what it's going to take you to get you qualified for that house. So we'll be able to tell you exactly how much you can spend. And if you're not ready yet, we've got a philosophy of don't give up, right? So always humble, always hungry over here. So I've done this for a long time. Right now, this month, I'm closing some loans for, I think, maybe the lowest one, $65,000, and I've got one for right at $100 million. Okay, and I've got 30-some loans closing this month on the board. So always humble, always hungry. If you're not ready yet, we're going to tell you how to get ready so that way you can buy a house. So
wow,
that helps out a little bit.
That's a mouthful. Okay, so does that mean that you help people with their financing needs? You walk them through a process so they can figure out how to buy that home? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's exactly it, Gary. So,
okay.
So when clients call in, you're either going to get Tom or myself in most cases directly on the phone. When my phone rings over here, it's going to ring simultaneously on my line, Tom's line, Tim and Jenny's line. So we all get the same phone call ringing in. Now, Tim and Jenny are working on the files we have in process. Tom and I are on the front end, basically. So we're taking care of those initial clients. We'd love to get the information from you guys over the phone. However, if you're not able to talk, we can communicate via text, or you can just hop online to the website at davidwakefield.com, click that little magic apply now button. Make sure you put Gary's name in there, and then we'll know to give Gary the update that you applied. We'll contact you to let you know what the options are for your financing.
Didn't I tell you these guys were nuts? We're having fun today, guys. Listen, seriously, when you're looking to buy a home, you need somebody who's really nice, somebody to walk you through the process, not somebody who looks at you like you're a dollar bill. Okay, I'm just saying, a dollar bill. I don't want to be that guy. So guess what else, guys? We're going to have a little bit more of a conversation. I've got some more good questions, so let's get back to action. So another question that I have for you, who is this company that you work for? Who is Prime Lending? Who is that?
Sure. Prime Lending has been around for quite a long time. So we're tied to Plains Capital Bank out of Texas. Now, an advantage in that is when all the other mortgage guys had trouble with warehouse lines and things like that, we simply went to the bank and said, hey, bump up our line. So we turn every month, billions of dollars, maybe not multiple billions every month. Right now, a ton. We're probably turning billions right now. But we have an ongoing warehouse line, so we're never going to run out of money. So if you need financing, we got you covered. Now, we work with our own internal financing options. We have options for first-time home buyers, which we can touch on in a minute. And we've also got the option to act in a broker capacity. So lenders come to us, and they want us to send them the mortgages after we've got them closed. We're going to retain the servicing on a bunch of the loans. However, on some of those, we'll have those slotted at their specialty products to send them to specific investors. So that means they're always coming to us with their most aggressive terms, which we in turn are going to do our best to pass on to you to make sure you guys are saving some really good money.
That's what I'm talking about, saving money. Now, you've specified there are different types of folks that you work with. That first-time buyer program, what in the world is that all about? You hear about it, but it's confusing. What is it?
Sure. So, first off, a lot of lenders are going to try to steer you away from that, and the reason is they probably don't have it. So we have first-time home buyer money. So what that means is if you're a first-time home buyer, which is defined by what, Tom? What's the length of time?
3 years. If you haven't owned a home in 3 years, or you've never owned a home,
right,
then you're eligible.
You're eligible, okay.
You're a first-time home buyer, okay?
Don't
now
turn it
there's
off.
going to be
I'm
geographic
making a video.
restrictions in some cases. There'll be income restrictions in some cases. We've got to get to know you so we can tell you what options are available. But I'll just touch base on some of the programs real quick. Right now, there's a $7,500 down payment assistance, 0 interest on that money. That's going to be in the form of a second mortgage. There's another one that will give you $10,000. There are other options that will give you 3, 4, or 5%, and those are forgivable if you qualify for those over a 5-year period. So we've got lots of options there. We also have additional programs we can look at, which is our own internal program, which is a Neighborhood Edge program, which might kick in some additional money on top of some of these programs for you. So we've got lots of options available. We do quite a bit, Gary, in coaching up the clients. If the scores are not right where they need to be, Tom has become the resident expert lately on fixing people's credit scores. So he's becoming our credit expert. I'm teaching him, and he's helping to teach those clients what they need to do to get the scores bumped up. So just so you know, even if we've got a client, I just talked to one of my clients yesterday, one of my workout buddies from F3, which we need to get you out on.
Okay, I got to get my workout on.
We got to get you out there. No. So one of my buddies, we looked at his scenario. His score was 718, which is a great score. A couple of little things, we can get him up above 740. Okay. Now, he's going to get qualified for the mortgage either way, but what happens is that's going to get him better terms. His mortgage insurance will be less. His credit, as that goes up, his interest rate will be less. That's going to, in turn, save him some money. So if he takes care of a couple simple things, the score bumps up, I close a loan, he gets better terms, everybody's happy, and guess what? He's going to refer me more people too.
Oh my gosh, let me just ask you this one simple question. Because see, a lot of people ask, why would you want to go with this guy? You've got so many loan originators. You got so many people out there, big banks and stuff. Why in the world would you want to go with Dave Wakefield and his great company? I'm going to tell you what, for personal experience, they made me feel important. Did you hear what I just said? This is serious right now. He made me feel like I was the only one. That's why I do business with this gentleman. There's a lot of companies out there that are vying for your business if you're a real estate salesperson or if you're trying to buy a home. But see, you've got to have that connection with him. And this guy made me feel as though I was the most important person. There was a big meeting over his office. They were putting on a seminar and for a company that Exit Real Estate Gallery. And he was just so personable. He came in, does his little introduction, said howdy, and then stepped out. Gave us lunch and everything. That was wonderful. But I also met his son, who's going to college at Florida State. And I'm going to tell you what, I was like, dang, this guy's impressive. I need to remember this guy. He didn't remember me at first, but sometimes you got to put yourself out there. Most people never forget me after they get to know me. Okay, I'm just saying. So we're going to get back over here and have a little bit more conversation. Now, David, let me ask you this one question. Why would anybody want to do business with you versus your competitors? What makes you like, okay?
Sure. Well, first off, how could you forget Gary Lee Stanley, right?
Okay.
He's got a great tag. He's got a great voice. And I think my son is truly what sealed the deal. So he was impressed with him, and he said he'd give me the time of day. So, no, but thankfully I put my son to work. He was helping me out a little bit while he was in town, and and that was while he was here, which was great. So, why do you want to work with me? Okay, well, we've already established that I've got pretty much every program under the sun residential. Don't do anything commercial, all residential. So if a loan can get done, we can get it done. It's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when. So if you're ready to buy right now, beautiful. If you qualify right now, great. If not, then we're going to put you on the right path and get you where you need to be. We also have special things for veterans. For our veterans, we waive our VA lender charges. So what that means is if you're a veteran, most lenders are going to be charging you processing and underwriting fees. That's going to save you $1,175 right off the top right there. So that's a noticeable savings for you. We also offer a free float down, and we'll get into more details on that. But basically, long and short of it is, if we lock in at an interest rate, and if the payment improves prior to closing, you have an opportunity to drop your rate within 20 days of closing at no cost. So that's another great little feature that's on most of our programs. We got you covered on renovations, first-time home buyers, construction firms. Whatever you need, we pretty much got it under the sun. So.
Now let me ask you this one more question. How you doing today, bro? What is the reason why? Think about this seriously. I'm new in real estate. I've been doing this for a little while. I don't know a lot. Why should other real estate agents come and work with you? Why? What makes you like, hey, dude, I want this guy to help me out?
Well, because I call a spade a spade. How about that?
Okay.
So I'm going to shoot it straight. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If it's something that I think we can do, I'll tell you. If it's something that is not going to happen, I'll tell you. If it's something that is going to need a little elbow grease, we're going to let you know that, and we're going to follow up with those clients until we get them in the right position to qualify. As you came in, Gary, Tom and I were talking about that a little bit with some clients on trying to figure out how we can stay in contact with some people that aren't quite ready yet. So we have things in motion that we'll be following up with them, not just an automated email funneling out, but actually phone calls, text, emails, videos, things like that, to make sure that we are top mind aware. Now, when those clients come back in, we're going to reattach them right back to the referring real estate agent that send them over to us, because we keep track of all that information. So
you mean you're going to help me make more money?
That's it, man. That's
what I'm talking about, honey.
It's not a matter of if, only a matter of when. So we just got to stay on top of that. And we had actually the gentleman you talked to earlier today. I won't show the name right now because it's a client that we weren't working together yet on that one. But he was a gentleman we talked to probably back in May or so. April or May, I talked to him. He resurfaced. So, Tom is on him over there like green on a pickle.
Okay.
He's working with him. He's getting them done.
Give me some pickle.
And on him, he's buying a duplex. Was it duplex?
Wow.
Duplex or a triplex.
Yeah. So duplex, triplex, which in this case, he's going to occupy one unit. He's going to rent out the other unit or two. and that's going to count as a additional income and cash flow for him, which is going to help out his situation. So only
Man.
3.5% down on that scenario as well.
Ooh, saving money, honey.
That's
And
it.
and listen, guys, I'm gonna tell you what, we could probably go on all day long, but I'm gonna tell you what, I know you got other things to do. But listen, I just wanted to bring to your attention this guy. I'm just telling you, his team is just to die for. And if you're looking for somebody to help walk you through the simple process, it ain't simple. The process of buying a home, if you're a person who's brand new with any type of real estate company, I highly recommend that you give David Wakefield and Tom an opportunity. They work for Prime Lending and they do it right the first time. I had to do this interview because I just felt in my heart that sometimes you gotta bring light to those people who do it right. I'm just saying, they did it real good. So I'm gonna turn this back around and let Dave tell you one last thing. What his email address is, his telephone number, and if he wants to say anything more, just remember, guys, you're important and you matter. Hey, you may be a first-time buyer. You may be a person who's well-established and you're looking to sell your home, but you need somebody else to help you with that. That's me, Gary Lee. You can check out my website at Exit Real Estate Gallery, and it is yourrealestatesalesguide.com. And you can give me a call at 904-662-8933 and just ask for old Gary Lee, and I'll hook you up with Dave if you don't got his number. But you need to go ahead and write it down because it's really important. And I'm just going to say thank you for watching this great video because it's all about you. We want you to be able to buy the home of your dreams. Welcome home. Here we go. What is your address, your telephone number? How can people get in touch with you, Dave?
First off, let me say I want to buy a house myself right now again. I
Woohoo!
just bought a second home on the lake because rates are so great. So we had to take an opportunity while the rates were down so low.
Great.
So vacation homes, we got you covered on that too. But David Wakefield Prime Lending, you can find me at www.davidwakefield, like wake up and go plow the field, davidwakefield.com. My number at the office is 904-394-1398. My cell number is 904-237-1450. Feel free to text me at that number. Look me up on the website. You can Google me, look for some testimonials. I think
Who is that
you'll
guy?
find a good number out there for you because we work real hard to take good care of people. So.
It sounds wonderful, guys. Say, hey, Tom. You're going to give them a little bit of information. Hey, Tom. You're going to say a little bit about yourself and why you went to work for this company?
Yes, so David Wakefield, our sons, you met his son Dawson,
Uh-huh.
my son Andrew. They grew up together, and when I decided to relocate back from Dallas, Texas, back to Jackson, where I've been from since 1983, I got in touch with David, and after one conversation, forget the fact he's done 4,000 or 5,000 loans.
Okay.
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 But don't forget it, because when I was trying to make a transition out of helping clients in some other industries to get my licensing and become a loan officer, David was the best mentor and a good friend, and it just was a great fit.
So you think this guy's a good guy? He's the real McCoy.
I know he is. I know.
You heard it right from the horse's mouth. Oh, I'm saying the Texas guy. The Texas guy, Mr. Tom. All right, guys, we just had a great conversation with Dave Wakefield and Tom and Prime Lending. I'm just going to tell you what, guys, if you're looking to buy a home, give me an opportunity. Check out my website at yourrealestatesalesguide.com. I work for Exit. We're awesome. And just check out my number at 904-662-8933. And we can go ahead and help you get hooked up with the home of your dreams. Remember, welcome home. All right. Say bye, guys. Bye, guys.